Dear friends, you are welcome to the channel. Our topic for today is difference between doctrine of eclipse and doctrine of severability. So this video we are making based upon the comments we received because many law students have confusion of application of both this doctrine. We are going to understand both this doctrine along with leading case law with respect to the each doctrine. So let us start. What is doctrine of eclipse? We have made one another video on doctrine of eclipse which you can see and understand in detail. However, in summary, as the name suggests, eclipse means it shadowed some portion of the act which is unconstitutional with the provision of the part 3 of the constitution. So if any act and law which is not adhering to the requirement of part 3rd of the constitution that got under the shadow and it become like that by applying of this doctrine. And doctrine of severability is, as the name suggests, severing the portion of particular act which is unconstitutional and which is not in line with part 3 of the constitution of India. Both are different. Eclipse only shadow that portion, make them dead for time being. However, application of doctrine of severability completely remove that part from the act. You will be surprising then what is the meaning and difference in that? Why not only one doctrine applied to the both condition? So this will be clarified subsequently. Just wait for a moment. And both these doctrine are related to Article 13(1) of the Constitution of India. And you may be aware that Article 13(1) says that any law, whether it is pre-constitutional and post-constitutional, if any provision of that law is is contradicting the part 3rd of the constitution, it will be void to that extent. So this statement is telling both. However, doctrine of eclipse is applicable only to the pre-constitutional law. Pre-constitutional law means law those were already in force at the time of enactment of the constitution. And doctrine of severability on the other hand is applicable only to post constitutional law, means act those got enacted after the implementation of the constitution. And another name of doctrine of severability is also there of doctrine of severability. Now again you might have question in your mind that what is so difference between pre-constitutional law and post-constitutional law, where it cannot be managed only by one doctrine, either doctrine of severability or doctrine of eclipse. So your doubt is very right. The purpose of bringing doctrine of eclipse is, see, at the time of constitutional enactment of constitution, all law made before were made by the British government, and it was understood that most of these law are favoring the British government and not the Indian subject. So, as you are aware that constitution is mainly made post independence and keeping the welfare of the public, and there may be the cases later based on the practical difficulty, if government of India feel that some of the constitutional amendment are required to curtail the welfare of the people, then some of the act those were pre-existing made by Britishers may be relevant. So that is how doctrine of eclipse help to only for time being shadow the provisions, not completely sever them. So there are the many law made by the Britishers previously, which when there were subsequent amendment in constitution, they become live by applying of this doctrine. If we have severed them immediately at the enactment of constitution, they cannot be made live again. For making that purpose fulfill, again government of India need to make another fresh law. So this is the benefit of applying of doctrine of eclipse, because it doesn't make law completely void. It only make eclipse equivalent to dead, which can be again revive or can be make alive. This you will more get clarity by the case laws which we will discuss now. First, we will discuss case law related to doctrine of eclipse. Sagir Ahmed versus State of UP. And the act involved was UP Road Transport Act. And this was pre-constitutional act, and some of the provision of this act was unconstitutional at the time of enactment of constitution, because constitution give fundamental right to do business to everybody. However, this Road Transport Act, being a pre-constitutional act, was controlling the right of the people to do transport business in UP, and it was mainly in the hand of UP state government. Since constitution was telling business doing business is a fundamental right, because of this, by applying doctrine of eclipse, this act become eclipse for time being. However, later on when constitution was amended and certain restrictions was put on business by individual, when it is benefit of public, state can have monopoly on certain businesses like transport business. And after this amendment, that law become again live, and doctrine of eclipse effect get zeroed, get removed. And this is how now you understand the pre-constitutional law after subsequent amendment of constitution can be made live by the removal of effect of doctrine of eclipse. Let us see leading case of doctrine of severability. Most leading case related to this doctrine is A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras. A.K. Gopalan was one senior level uh, activist of some union, and State of Madras government arrested him by applying section 14 of the Preventive Detention Act 1950. And Mr. Gopalan challenged the constitutional validity of this section 14 of Preventive Detention Act 1950. And when court apply this doctrine and find that the section 14 is against the article 22 of the constitution, which gives certain right to the arrested person. For example, police cannot keep arrested person in police station more than 24 hours, and if police want to keep such person under police custody, they need to produce within 24 hours to such arrest person to the magistrate. And this section 14 was not having all the provisions of article 22, and that is how Supreme Court applied this doctrine of severability and made this section void. I'm sure by this explanation and by applying this case law, your doubt about difference of doctrine of eclipse and doctrine of severability will be clear. If you have further any comments, please write. I will be happy to reply. And if you find this video useful, please like it and subscribe for getting another video related to law topic. Thank you very much.